Hey everyone, and welcome back to StarMade. We will be working on the main factory building. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get this thing done. It's going to be a little bit of a interesting process. Down here, of course, this is our storage kind of area for our factory for the miscellaneous bulk stuff before it gets processed. And eventually we're going to hook this up to kind of a landing pad that you can dock your transport ships or mining vessels to. That will just drop minerals off here waiting to be processed. We can even maybe build like a small like forklift like thing down here and some additional shelving units. It's expandable, so that's why we're leaving it currently in this state. Beyond that, we're just moving over here. The main factory is going to be above ground for a couple of reasons. One, easy access between, that landing pad. We just run over here. We don't have to worry about how we get down to there just yet, because I want to try and finish the outer areas before I start carving away that mountainside and worrying about the hangars and interior connecting hallways. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. We're going to be building for a little bit real time for you guys, and then we'll probably switch over to a little bit of a speed build. So we're going to start off. There's going to be a little bit of a raised section here, and this is hopefully going to look pretty cool. I'm just off center a little bit. Not a big deal. Or is it? I think it is. We're changing this a little bit. We're going to have to make it an even symmetry mode. A little bit different. But as long as we get that symmetry correct, it doesn't really matter. So we're just going to go up 4 from the base foundation of everything else, using a lighter gray hull here. We are still running a little low on blocks. I did make a short jaunt over to the store to pick up some more things. And we're going to also try and mix in some more colors with this building. So let's see, do something like this, and just bring this to a point, and something like that. Oops, that's not quite right. In fact, I can just pop over here and probably use that there, just for expediency's sake. Perfect. And we're just trying to get some crossbars here. In fact, what you can also do is maybe do a variant of what we have here. Something a little bit more bulky. And then we're going to line it with black. Black is kind of our go-to base here. And we're going to have orange elements on this, but also blue elements kind of sitting over it and working its way through. I think we'll keep it separate from this building and make it stand out, because obviously you don't want this whole area to be just this orange black blob. You want to mix in different colors and shapes the best you can. So we'll do this and that. Wow, that sun flare right off wherever the sun is to us is a little annoying. There we go. So I've been also trying to think of what other games to play. Obviously, can't just always do creative games. I'm starting to get a little burned out, especially since we're so close to the Planet Coaster beta. That's why we started doing My Summer Car, and I hope you guys are enjoying that series. It's been a really great game to play, and it's actually kind of all I've been thinking about the past couple of days is trying to put together that engine. It's one of those puzzles that I really enjoy trying to work on. Yeah, you guys are probably yelling, hey, Uthris, you need to use more advanced building techniques to hurry up your build methods. That way you're able to accomplish more in every episode. And to that I say, yeah, I do. I do need to do that, people. Okay, and the base wall. Looks like we'll just do this. But change it a bit. We'll make it one wider. That way we have a larger entryway. In fact, no. Even wider. We might even do like a rail kind of doorway here. You know, even wider. Perfect. That's what I want to see. And then put those out too. Make it nice and flush with the mountainside. And then carve out kind of the main area here. It's taking kind of a lot of blocks to do. So I don't know how much I have to offer. Looks like we actually ran out and started switching to the angled pieces, which is kind of cool to give it some texture. But what I'll do instead, because obviously we're running out, this is the back, so you know we could probably get away with just expanding it a little bit, trying to keep it within the mountainside and stuff. We're only going to be live building for about 10 minutes or so. So we'll do that. Something like that as well, and get some type of mesh in here as a guardrail. It's pretty nice, and from there, possibly throw in some orange over this. And this is just gonna provide some color break. That way we're not just looking at a complete black floor there. Okay. We'll kind of beef up the support columns a hair, just so that it might actually fully connect to the balcony a little bit more. And then also on this side to get them all, so we get a little bit of an archway going on there. At this point we can introduce some blue. So what we'll do is, I guess we can mark the edges of the door with blue. Let's make this a full block for one thing. Yeah, we'll mark the edges of the door with blue. Take out the top block because that won't need it. And we can even give it kind of a blue footprint, kind of a wider foundation here. So we'll just go 2 blocks kind of all the way around here. Just like that. And let's see, do I have the caution? No, I don't. I might have thrown it into our storage unit here. Yep, looks like it. And also, it'd probably be faster if I just searched up hazard armor, but I don't think we have any more of that green. Oh, I do. Look at that. And we'll swap that out. Then that way we can just expand this all the way around. Oh no, we switched over to the other version. Not a major problem. We can get more of that kind of stuff relatively quick, at least. Then we'll bulk up the corners. It's going to be a little bit more of a boxy kind of build here. So the lower bits will probably be more blue. Maybe when we get higher, we can use some more orange, I guess, to try and keep the colors somewhat, at least. Could even get away with adding a little bit of an accent there. Not too too bad, though. I wouldn't mind making and introducing some different blocks as well. What are these again? Those are the warp gate, right? Or not? Where is that block? What is it? Race gate. It is a race gate. That's what we're looking for. These can be the pillars. Controllable block? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't need it to be controlled per se, so that is not an issue for us. I do need to rotate it around so that it's actually visible. Build that up. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm sure during the speed build section we'll go ahead and solve some of the issues and get this thing looking relatively nice. So let's go ahead and get that started. y'all, so here is the current state of the factory. You'll notice that we have some outbuildings off to the side there. We also have the main factory structure going on. It's a little boxy, which kind of fits a modern theme if you think about it, you know, kind of square right angles working together there. I'm not sure how I quite feel about it yet. It looks okay. I think as we expand and keep adding things to it, it'll start blending in a little bit more and becoming something a little bit more unique, similar to our power plant. But I do like the fact that it does have a few more extra bits on here compared to the power plant. Now, the power plant, of course, we built this first when we had very limited money, very limited resources, so I'm fine with that being plain. And now we're just getting into some more and more little details, a lot more fan blades. I'm using some of the shipyard blocks here to get some nice crossbars here, and I think that's turning out really well. These outbuildings, these are just more storage kind of containers, so as we gain items, that will get filled up and will look a little bit more solid looking. I'm leaving them just hollow for now and, exposed, so that looks pretty cool. I'm thinking off to the right side we can just keep expanding, and this will end up being kind of our finished cargo storage area. So this is where we'll keep all of like the finished module pieces and the refined items to be used later on as we produce our own stuff. Now, this factory is still not 100% done. There's some stuff that I could add along the side here, so I could add more capsules, more storage units, things that look like they're holding maybe fluids and liquids, run pipes everywhere, and really increase the quality of life around just this whole area in general, and fill in some of the dead space and make it look more and more industrial. But that's just something to tackle as we go along, and maybe we'll add a shipyard kind of element eventually, and potentially a hangar of some kind. And so that's why I'm leaving these spots blank. It just leaves room for expansion as we move forward. Color palette's pretty standard. It's a 3-tone, so black, blue, and orange. Blue, it's working out okay. It could be a little bit better. It looks a little bit like Lego, just the vibrancy of everything. We have 2 large smokestacks just pumping out some orange lights. We have kind of an upper mesh balcony area potentially, just so people can go on breaks or something like that. The interior, nothing in there just yet. We have a lift on this side to get up to the upper floor, and then also we have some empty side rooms, even like a small closet, and then the main kind of factory room. So all the enhancers, factories, and things will be in here, and then piped up to inventory, probably beneath the floor, so they're not seeing pipes running everywhere. Not quite sure how to set this up. Also, not quite sure what these side rooms are for. You guys, of course, can give me some of the finishing touches in the suggestions down below. Like always, it's how I like to involve the community in such a build. You guys did, I believe last time we did that, you guys wanted this command room to look pretty nice, and so that's what we did, even using some of the screens and coding to do so. So I do encourage anyone to share your thoughts and opinions as we construct through here. To end the episode, I will go ahead and just show you guys the natural lighting of things, and this will basically show off the true colors that you'll see in the game. In fact, I'll exit build mode so that we can take kind of a more personal scale, so you can kind of see how large this building is as you walk along the catwalks overlooking the unrefined and refinery area of the factory. That still needs some more finishing details. This section here needs some like lava pits and major refinery looking structures to that. And up here, of course, this is like the assembly plant itself. Just using blast doors for now. I don't want to quite get into rails. I'll probably just make a vertical sliding door that just goes up and locks. Nothing too fancy. And then in here, I do like to leave some ventilation just to make it look a little bit more open, even though you're inside of a giant box. And then we'll detail these out with factories, as I said, taking the lift up to the 2nd floor. You might be able to just jump up here. Pretty normal. This could be just another storage area or something. Who knows? You guys can decide what the little rooms are going to be. Let's turn on that light. I don't know why it's off. I do eventually want to add some blinking lights. I had to actually research that, as I kind of forget how to do it. So here we are. This is our overall base right now. You can see we're really expanding out and slowly adding territory. We'll be moving into the mountainside eventually, moving out more along the surface here, and hopefully working on some more ships soon. Our current ship, this is what I've been using to get around. It's starting to get beaten up. I accidentally flew through a sun earlier on the way to get more parts. I was actually minimized just traveling to a new sector and came back and I was basically on fire. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, feel free to subscribe to my channel for more creative goodness. Go ahead and hit that like button so I know you guys want to see some more StarMade. Leave a comment down below, check out my other videos, and I'll see you all in the next episode.